to my channel. Today I have a travel video for you. Now if some of you follow me on my Instagram, and if you're not already, then why not, I will put my little link here, and then you may or may not know that I am travelling to Canada very soon. In fact, this time next week I will be in Canada, which I'm so freaking excited about. I cannot wait. Today I've decided to do my what's in my carry-on, and as I say what's in my carry-on, I don't mean like my wheelie suitcase bag, I mean my personal item bag. I will do a what's in my wheelie case bag and how I pack that. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments below if you do. For today's video I'm doing the what's in my carry-on personal item, as I find these are more where you pick up what people would take, the best things to have. As I'm literally travelling in less than a week's time, mine is pretty much all ready to go. I've just got a few things to throw in there at the last minute, but it's near enough ready to go. So this is the bag that I have in question. It's nothing too special, it's just a Primark bag that I picked up a couple of years ago because the airline that I'm flying with has very strange sizing arrangements for their carry-ons. And I know different airlines differ, and I've flown with this airline quite a few times, so I'm well aware of their size and regulations. It has been slightly annoying because the big carry-on case that I do take, the wheels are starting to go on it, so I spent like a good few hours in town over the weekend trying to find a new carry-on bag to replace it, because the airline I'm flying with has a maximum of 51 centimeters height, whereas most airlines are 55 centimeters height. So it's very hard to find one within those. I do have one, I'm going to make it last. But also their personal item bags are slightly of an odd sizing as well. So this is one that I actually bought specifically to take on this airline, and the airline I'm flying with is Air Transat, and they are a very good airline. They're a Canadian airline. I love them to bits. People have mixed reviews on them, but anyway, let's skip along to this. So this bag, I'm not gonna lie, has seen better days. The lining has gone a little bit around the zip area, so I'm hoping it does me to Canada and back this time, because I'd be really annoyed if it didn't. Let's get into the bag. So it has these two little front pockets. I've got one here and a little small one up here, but the main pocket we shall get into. As you can see, it holds a fair bit. It's quite deep and it's pretty jammed full of stuff in there at the moment. So it does have a back pocket, and I do occasionally, I do use the back pocket. But the first thing I always have in here is my paperwork. I don't go anywhere without paperwork. I know you can get all these things where your phone can store everything on, but you know, if you're going to be at the airport and then your phone dies on you and you get a really annoying customs officer that, you know, just wants to see everything, and if your phone's died and you don't have hard copy backups, then you're kind of screwed. So I always take hard copies with me wherever I go, wherever I travel. I'm one of those people. My partner finds it annoying, he never takes his, and he ended up coming over here and had to scroll through his entire emails to try and find his return flight whilst he was at the immigration queue. He found it quite annoying. So if he was like me and carried the hard copies, he wouldn't have that trouble. The next thing I have in here is this case, this lovely case. I've actually had this since I went on that cruise back in 2015. This holds my big, giant iPod. iPad? It's not an iPod, it's an iPad. And yes, this is the ancient iPad. This is like iPad 1 or something like that. It's completely dead of battery at the moment because I haven't used it for a long time. But I do have the Kindle app on here to read books on in case the entertainment is a little on the crappy side, which it sometimes is, and there aren't many good movies to watch. So I do read a book, and that's about the only time really I can read a full book, is if I'm on a flight and I've got 8 hours to kill. My passport in its little travel wallet, always have this so I know where it is. It stays in my bag in this case, because otherwise, I've done this before, I feel like you're always one of those people that every time you walk 5 minutes around the airport, you're constantly checking to check you've got your passport and your boarding pass. And I know people do that because I am that person. Even when I know where it is, I'm constantly going in my bag to check it's still there. I just think somehow the magic fairies are going to make it vanish away. In here I also have this little travel wallet. I picked this up last year, I think it was. So this is big enough to hold boarding passes in. I don't actually think I've currently got one in here now. I just think I took my last trip's one out. But in here I also have any Canadian dollars that I have left, which there is actually some in there. And I normally carry around a rewards card or something for whichever airport I'm flying out of. And just general stuff like that. And I keep in the back any change I've got for the currency I'm going to. And I also keep my SIM card in the back here for the place I'm going to. That's one thing, you never want to use your home SIM card if you can help it, because then when you get home you find you've got all this great big huge deal for data, which I don't want when I get home off of holiday. So I use a SIM card when I'm out there. The next thing I have in here, but I'm not quite sure why it's in here at the moment, is my microphone covers for my camera, because the one at the minute is starting to get a little tatty and damaged, so I am actually going to replace it before I go away. It's headphones. Headphones are a must, whether you have these, whether you like using the Apple ones. Even if you like using the Apple ones, you can stick these over your headphone, over your ears, and it just knocks the sound out 10 times better. And I actually only recently got these. I like these because they fold down so much, and the best thing I like about them is that unlike some headphones, they're rather stiff. When you put them on your ears, they won't move. These actually swivel on the ear thing, so they fit really comfortably on your ears, which is just like the best thing ever. That is actually the charger for my Mophie pack for my phone. I also have another, well, these little trio leads, they fit, yeah, iPhone. I think this one actually fits my camera as well, but it also has the big old-fashioned iPad charger on. I don't know why this is out, but a foldable toothbrush. These are like the best things ever, because you want to have a toothbrush for when you're travelling. You want to make sure you can brush your teeth, because nobody wants that morning breath when you get off a flight. And I can't open this. Yes, there it is. These are great. You can just take them out, brush your teeth, fold it back down, keeps it nice and covered and hygienic. It's brilliant. Goes away in your little bag. But you can stick this in your main bag, but obviously if you want to use it at the airport, stick it in your carry-on. The next thing I have in here, hairbrush. You always want to keep a hairbrush, especially with my hair now, where it's so short. I can't tie it up in a ponytail, or I can, but it would be a very funny looking ponytail. Trust me, I've tried it. So my hair gets very messy and knotty, so I always keep a little hairbrush in my bag just so I can sort that mane out, because you don't want to land looking like you've just been dragged through a hedge backwards. So next thing I have in here is one travel adapter, 2 travel adapters. Now in here is a piece of magic that I actually bought Sunday. This is the best thing I think I've ever bought for a trip. I got it in Primark, and it comes with 3 interchangeable things, so it covers the US, the UK and Europe. It's a USB. It is brilliant. I can charge 2 things at once. I can charge my phone and my Mophie, or I can charge up camera batteries. You know, I can do anything, and there's always usually plug sockets or plugs available in malls, and I spend a lot of time in malls when I travel because my partner's always working. It's just like the one place I can be. On the plane as well, if you're lucky to have a place on the plane where you could, an actual plug point, not just the little one under the TV, which doesn't always work by the way. You can always plug in under your seat if you've got one, and then you can just get things charged during your flight. The next thing in here is, of course, obviously your liquids, your travel bag. This is near enough done, apart from last minute things like lipsticks and things that will go in the night before. I practically near enough got this done last night, because I'm so mega busy for the rest of the week that I just don't have enough time to get anything done. So in here I just have I always get the simple stuff. I have the simple moisturising, can you see that? Moisturising face wash. I'm really sorry for the lighting, it's gone really awful and great and over cloudy. I've got some Colgate Max White toothpaste, mascara, 3-in-1, Elf Eyes, Lips and Face, that I actually got yesterday. Simple hydrating light moisturiser, And yes, this is brand new, and the reason why I've done this, because a lot of things when you buy them brand new, especially travel size, do not come with the hygienic cover anymore for some reason. So I always put a little bag over it and screw the cap over, because pressure, you're 32,000 feet in the air. Something's bound to explode, so if it explodes within your plastic bag, it can explode onto that bag and then not go all over everything else. You've got to have your deodorant. My, again, eyes, lips and face. That's actually brow and eyelash mascara, but I never use it on my eyelashes, I always use it on my eyebrows. Foundation, because the one that I have is nearly out actually, and I got a different bottle. This is actually the Lasting Finish 25-hour full coverage foundation, supposed to be. Although I don't know why I wear it out there, because it's usually so hot, it's pointless putting it on because your face just melts and then you look like a hot sweaty mess in about 5 minutes. Taking all this out to show you, and I don't even know how I'm going to get it all back in again, because it always takes about 3 tries to get everything to fit. In this one I always get these little travel size sprays from Superdrug. They're like so cheap and they're £1 and I love them. So these are the So ones. This is in Cali Breeze. I've never actually tried this one before. I don't even know what it smells like. I just picked it up and bought it because I liked it, and something's fallen down. I have had these. I get another one and I keep it in my actual handbag that I use, and I've had them leak on me before. So I put it inside this little ziplocky bag thing, and then if it's going to leak, it leaks in this bag and not over everything else. And then the last thing I have is this hand wash. You always want to keep your hands clean, people. Planes, airports, everything. They are just housing for germs. Absolute housing for germs. So I always wash my hands wherever I go, and I always carry this around with me, and then it comes with me in my little bag wherever I go out in Canada. It just sits in my bag. I've always got some anti-bac hand gel to just get rid of everything. So if we've been out and eating, I just rub this over my hand if we can't get near to a place where I can wash my hands. I think that is everything in the main big pocket. Yes, that's everything in the main big pocket. You'll see what I mean about the thread is becoming damaged. I mean, that's just fallen off, I think. It's really bad looking there. You can actually see a bit hanging off. It's so bad on the inside. I think because when I first used it, I overfilled it. I do have a pink water bottle that's actually quite big that I will put in here as well. Also, just make sure your bottle's empty before you go security, otherwise you won't be able to take it. So always take an empty water bottle through, and then you can refill it at the stations. And then you can have lots of water. It also saves you about £5 in the airport, because they charge you like silly amounts for a bottle of water these days. So in this next little pocket which I have here, I have with me a little fan. I picked this up in Superdrug because it's always like 110 degrees in Canada. So it's nice to have this to keep in your bag, and it won't work because I've taken the batteries out of it, so the batteries don't die. So I have an eye mask. Not because I intend on sleeping, well, I try to. I can never sleep on airplanes. For some reason, it just never works for me. If you're one of those people that's blessed with sleeping on airplanes, I salute you. I wish I could, I just can't. These are, I'm not a person for chewing gum at all. I used to have it years ago. I used to have that like Hubba Bubba or Wrigley's gum thing, but that was it. I'm not a chewing gum person, but I go through like 3 or 4 sweets during takeoff and landing because my ears pop like nothing. So I thought I would try chewing gum out this time. This is extra white bubble mint. I've never actually tried it, but it's in this handy little travel size bag or case thing, so I thought I'll just take that with me because I hate that feeling of your ears popping, and I've had that before, and it's taken me like 3 days for my ear to sort itself out before, and I don't fancy going through that again. So in this last little pocket that I've got down here at the front, I have in here face wipes, because yes, you want to keep everything clean. And I also use these, although I have got the face moisture face wash thing, there are some nights when we get in so late at night, like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I don't really have the time to get out and just completely wash my face, so I just rub one of these over my face. I know it's bad, you shouldn't do it, but hey ho, everyone does it. Dettol wipes. I do not go anywhere without these now. These are just, you use them on the plane and everything. You just do not go anywhere. Germs, people, they are everywhere. especially on your seat. Your seat is the worst place. Do you know where you can get the worst germs from? Is on your tray table, people. You are going to eat off of that tray table, and if some woman has been changing her child's dirty nappy on that, you do not want to be eating your food off of it. So these I take and they get wiped over my seat, the whole area, the screen, the TV, you know, everything gets wiped, because there's no way I'm picking up anything from no dirty nappy. And yes, people do actually do that. I've read that on a flight attendant book. It was shocking the amount of things I read that people actually do on those tray tables. I'm like, oh, you would have thought a toilet would be the worst place, but no, apparently a tray table harbours the most bacteria. So that is everything in my carry-on bag that I will be taking with me next week. If you would like to see what's in my carry-on case or how I pack my carry-on, then let me know in the comments down below, because I shall be filming that in the next day or so I can get it edited and ready to go up when I'm away next week. I've also got a travel tips video coming your way as well, so make sure you are subscribed and you tune in and you click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. You can also come and follow my travels in Canada by following my vlog channel here. I shall leave the link up here. You can also make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat, because I will be posting on those the most whilst I am away on Wi-Fi, because I don't have access to a laptop or anything, so vlogs will go up when I get back home. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If there are any videos, ideas that you would like me to see or like me to do, then please drop them in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye guys!